So that's where the hyping comes. That's why we always call him the Great White Hype. Someone similar to what happened to Golovkin, Lomachenko, and now Tyson Fury. They want to just give him that title just because he's white. So they could take it how they feel. I don't give a fuck. That's the truth. But I don't think he's as great as Muhammad Ali. Now, when we talk about when he retired and what he done, and we look at his body of work, we may be able to come back and visit his topic. That's the only topic we had.
Yep.
Far as the answer, casual question. Buddy McGurk already said Bud was the best. I heard you try to slide that in there when he said none of these dudes beat Drunken Monkey. But he already said Bud was the best. So I mean, that's the only one he feel and put out there. That's my call.
Yeah,
Drunken
I
master.
guess that changed when he said no one in the welterweight division could beat Emmanuel Augustus, which was insane to me. But
Emmanuel Augustus is definitely on the map,
hell
but
yeah.
not based off of his greatness. You know what I mean?
Nah. Listen, we didn't live that era, so I get him. It's different to see numbers on BoxRec and watching a dude in the ring. I get him. Like I wish I could have. I got to see a lot of his fights in the end, so it don't count. I get him. I just wish I could have seen him in his greatness. But we got callers. Sean Martin, talk to us. Amateur, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, y'all. Hope everybody did safe during this quarantine hour.
Yes, sir.
But I got this. It's like comparing Kobe Bryant to Michael Jordan. People always say if you wanted to see Michael Jordan play, I'm 23, so I never seen Michael Jordan play. So people, my dad used to say, if you want to see Michael Jordan play, watch Kobe Bryant. Now I'm not comparing Tyson Fury to Ali, but they say if you want to see Ali fight, how he moves in the ring, his charisma, his personality, watch Tyson Fury. So that's why I get the comparison on. If you never got the chance to watch Muhammad Ali fight, dance around the ring, you would say, man, look at Tyson Fury. He's dancing like Ali. He's licking the blood off Deontay Wilder's neck. Oh, that's crazy as hell. The charisma in the ring, that's why people compare the fighters. That's why I don't compare. I'm just saying, but I never got to see Ali. I watch Tyson Fury fight.
Sean, where you
And
from?
I see that's why I don't like I'm from Atlanta.
All right, I just want to know. So when you call in, so you're amateur in Atlanta, right? Well, how many
Oh, yeah.
fights?
Yeah. 79 fights and 10 losses. I'm on the
79?
Scotland Freeway Rip Loss right now. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. We was talking on DM.
Yeah, I think the fight, Rick Ross, I'm supposed to be going to talk with Rick Ross. We got an interview set up tomorrow with Freeway Promotions, me and Rick Ross and a couple other fighters.
All right, champ, man. Well, blessings, man. Good luck on that. Hope everything works out for you on that and every other endeavor. And we're going out to Steve. Let me see here. Actually, we got some boomerangs. Apologies. We got Trey in the Bay. What up?
What's up? What's up?
What's going? What up?
Shit, man, I'm trying to figure out. Your boy say he Muhammad Ali and out the ring. What has that motherfucker done outside the ring that's even anywhere comparable? I'll wait.
I mean, what he brought up was the mental illness and the thousands of people that he's
Ooh,
inspired,
is it,
and the overcoming obesity too. You know, that's a
so
huge
that equates
epidemic.
fighting racism.
No,
That's equal.
he never equated it. He said that Tyson should get comparisons. Muhammad Ali
Oh,
like
okay.
comparisons.
I don't know, man. Why he just can't be Tyson Fury? Why he, you know what I'm saying? Why he just can't be great and be Tyson Fury? Why he gotta be
I mean,
compared
the
to
same
somebody else?
reason the same
I
reason
hate
we
this shit.
compare Devin to Floyd, like and Devin compares himself to
I mean,
Floyd.
but Devin was trained in the Floyd camp, motherfucker. I mean, like, there's a big difference in that to me. And then you got man, I just hate that shit, bro. I mean, next thing you know, this motherfucker gonna be Malcolm X, I guess.
Oh man.
I mean, just be yourself, homie. And I think they're just making some noise, man. Ben Davison just trying to keep his name out there, man. Shit, what else? What was the other shit? Cause that shit be getting me hot when they be talking about he's like Muhammad Ali in and out the ring. Bah. Wrong. Um, shit. What else? I mean, until that motherfucker lose his license because he don't want to go to war. I mean, until he live in a racist segregated South. You know, um, I just. I mean, till they call him a reverse racism for being Muslim, and he's racist because he black and he anti-white and all that other weird shit, man. Look at all the shit Muhammad Ali went through. Tyson Fury ain't went through none of that bullshit. And then,
Sheree, I actually let you burn both your calls there because you obviously were passionate about the topic. I will reiterate that Ben Davison did say that he knew this was not going to be received well by everyone. Obviously, comparing Ali to Tyson, and the obvious differences, is going to make it very difficult for people to digest because of what Muhammad Ali stood for in the African American and minority community. So I get it, but I guess he did too because he preferenced that. He said that
I
everyone
mean,
won't receive it well.
I think he knew the backlash he was going to get. He just tried to cushion it. You know what I'm saying? It was inevitable that he was going to get this backlash.
Mm-hmm.
Look, like I said it again, you can do certain things to try to emulate Muhammad Ali in the ring. Cool. You're a great boxer, cool, but like Muhammad Ali's persona is really where his greatness will be remembered by even those who didn't know boxing was what he did out of the ring. It's always going to be that. And I gotta agree with my man. It's the adversities were so different. Like, even though I get it, your depression, you're coming back from being fat and all that. It's a great story, but it's just no comparison at all.
I'm gonna do my pet peeve. I have a pet peeve when people answer their own question. No offense to nobody who does it, but will Tyson Fury be remembered by boxers, boxing fanatics, hardcores 10, 20 years from now? Yes. Will your neighbor 10, 20 years from now know who Muhammad Ali is and know who Tyson Fury is? Yes, Muhammad Ali. No, Tyson Fury.
What?
Tyson Fury doesn't.
I agree.
Go outside of boxing.
Yeah, you might be right.
As Mike Tyson did, as Ali did.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? My neighbor, I could say Muhammad Ali, who she doesn't even watch boxing. She's like, oh, I know Muhammad Ali, and I'm like, can you compare him to Tyson Fury? Who's that?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Steve Farhood said it best. I mean, first of all, boxing was much more popular back then, So, and second of all, the polarizing issues that they dealt with, we're still learning today how important what Muhammad Ali did and accomplished was back then. Like every day that goes by, every month, every year, every generation that goes by, Muhammad Ali, his contributions to the movement are just important every year, and they get more valuable. So
They do get more valuable. Muhammad Ali finished his career and got recognized outside of the ring with justice and jobs. His life, may he rest in peace, made him a legendary figure in the African American community. Back to the callers, ladies and gentlemen.
We going to Steve in Chicago. Talk to us.
Yeah, hey, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Yeah, I don't even want to entertain this conversation because there's so many negative things you could say about Fury. I don't know if we want to get into that debate. But the only thing I wanted to say was one of the other callers, when he was comparing the generation of fighters, I do agree with what he said as far as the training and the diet. I mean, you have a much better athlete today than you did way back then. But the only thing is, this generation is going to have the stigma of the PEDs. Okay? So we don't know who's doing these PEDs. The testing is all bullshit. Most of it's crap. You don't know who's doing the testing, how they're doing the testing. There's no, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, this generation will and always will have the stigma of these PEDs. But to say that the athlete is a better athlete because of the strength conditioning they do and the diet they do, it's 10 times better. He was saying, you know, they do fight probably drunk and stuff like that, you know. So I do agree with that the athlete, it's a better athlete today if they were to face off with the athlete of, 30, 40 years ago. But the only stigma you have today is with these PEDs. And that's all I got.
Steve, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Getty, Harlem. What up?
Yo, man, how y'all living?
All good, brother. Good morning. How are you?
That's a fact, man. Good morning. Bless. Yo, Ness, I'm over here feeling real confident, man. I'm glad you heard what you got to hear. I'm glad you see why Ali is the greatest. And that's really pretty much it, man. We just can't make no comparisons to Ali, man. It's not necessary, Like Trey said, allow Tyson Fury to have his own legacy, which he's building. And he's still working on it. He still got to get past Wilder, So again, we know why Ali is the greatest. Salute to y'all.
All right. We got Jermaine, New Jersey.
What up? I think it's difficult to compare times, man. It truly is. I would say this for Tyson Fury. There's no way Ali would be in this era and not fight Ortiz. There's no way he would be in this era and not fight Dillian White. There's no way he would be in this era and not fight all those guys. Like the middle of the road in that time fought the best of the best. So you got to see who was actually the middle of the road and who was actually the best of the best. Like you just don't know in this era. Like, and some of it is politics, but you would never hear Ali say, I'm not fighting Ortiz. He's an old man. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, let's cut the bullshit. There's no way he can stand with Ali outside of the ring either, dude. He's connected with the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, and all that he did. Doomy, yesterday you said some wild shit about South Africa, Doomy. I am a historian about black culture and black things. Dude, there's no way anybody would look at Native Americans in this country if they came back with guns and say, yo, they want their land and call them racist. So when you have white people in South Africa, apartheid happened, my dude. Children were bombed and murdered and killed in the streets. So if black people want their fucking land back in South Africa, who gives a fuck, dude? Ain't no fucking racism going on. Stop the bullshit. Don't compare, like, just don't ever talk about shit you really don't know, bro.
So Champ, real quick then,
call.
all right. So let me just add 2 cents, two quick cents, because racism and all that talk is very delicate. So the people that are suffering, the white people that are suffering now, they're paying for their ancestors' sins. Is it okay still for that oppression to be upon them?
Doomy. Apartheid wasn't 400 years ago, homie. They didn't steal the land 600 years ago. That's not when people are alive who children were murdered in the streets, Doomy. What are we saying? What are you saying, Doomy?
We'll talk off air.
What are you saying?
We could kick it.
All right, but just take my points into consideration. Like this isn't 400 years ago where they stole the land.
I'm glad.
All right,
that you
so when people
know.
want their shit. Well, Doomy, that's why I can't understand why you can put racism and black people together. It just doesn't match up. There's a reason why in Haiti, Doomy, that they're still going through hell when they fought for their freedom. Because white racism extends its reach across all continents right now, dude. They can put sanctions on the whole country and not have them get what they deserve. They can fight. Everybody else can fight for their freedom, but when black people do it, it's a fucking issue. We not gonna let you eat. We're gonna starve you out. Like, come on, dude. Racism is a totally different monster, dude. All right, I'm out, man.
Jermaine burnt this boomerang, and we're going to Brandon in Cincinnati. Talk to us.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Yeah, I thought Jermaine was gonna end this call with it till this day. He came through with the righteousness shit, but what the topic was. Fury being compared to Ali. I can see some comparisons inside of the ring. You know, the footwork, the way he flicks the jab, the way he throws the 1-2. You could tell he's, been emulating Ali and learned from Ali's style. And if you say inside the ring, you can see some comparisons between the two. I don't see a problem with that because I see the two. It's no different from when you watch Kobe play. You see comparisons to Jordan. That don't mean he's good as Jordan or he's better than Jordan. That means he emulated his style from Jordan's style. And I do see the inside of the ring comparisons to Ali. Outside of the ring, hell no. I mean, everything Tyson Fury went through was self-inflicted. Coke binges, getting fat, fucking with the hookers and all that shit. The depression, that shit was self-inflicted. Ali literally had to fight for his freedom that was, not willingly being taken away. They were stripping it away from him, and his fucking freedom was on the line, and future was on the line, and life on the line. So outside of the ring, Tyson Fury ain't went through shit like that, so you can't compare the two outside of the ring. And that's, man, I don't know, man. I don't get you when you try to compare this generation of fighters in general to like especially the heavyweights of the past. I don't think it's no comparison. I don't think this generation of heavyweights can compete. When you got guys like David Tua and Ika Ibuchi and them type of cats never winning titles, and you get guys like Dominic Brazil, fucking Bermans Deverne, them guys have been title contenders and heavyweight champions. Man, them motherfuckers won't last a second in Ali's generation or Mike Tyson's early 90s, late 80s generation. Guys like Kalnaki, fat, sloppy bumps. But come on, man. There's no comparison between the generations. I just don't think you know your history. So.
Yeah. I mean, look, I get you, bro. I get you. Like, I just appreciate the era I'm living in. That's all. I'm not saying that you ain't right. I'm not saying that your second tier heavyweights wouldn't beat this generation's second tier heavyweights. I'm just enjoying my generation, man. That's all. We got a counterpunch from Trey in the Bay.
So here, I'm cool you on the South African shit. I'm waiting to get there. So they came over to
You
take
break
over the land,
Trey,
segregated,
you breaking up.
can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me better? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
now.
better. That's better.
What?
So
Using
listen,
Bluetooth, huh?
listen. No, I'm not using Bluetooth. Am I good? Can y'all hear me good?
Now we hear you
Yeah, we
Yeah,
now.
good.
you're good.
So listen, the Dutch came down there, segregated everything, put them cats in slavery, colonialism, whatever you want to call it. They get their shit back. They get back in power, and they kicking all the motherfuckers out. Get out of here. I don't know what's racist about that. You come over here and oppress me, and when I take power, I kick you the fuck out. So that's number one on South Africa. Number two, I got a great comparison for Tyson Fury and Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali went to prison for 3 years because he didn't want to go to war. Tyson Fury had a 2.5, 3 year suspension because he popped dirty for steroids and cocaine. There's my great comparison.
All right. Israel, Oklahoma.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, champ.
Hey, I think Enrique and Mario gets a lot of flack for going back and agreeing with you, but I think Enrique's the new cow tower here, man. Come on now.
The new what?
I think I'm just Enrique seems to agree with everything. Nez is going to say next that Otto Wallen would beat young George Foreman or something, and Enrique is going to be right behind you, man. Come on.
Nah, never. Is that true? Does it really feel that way?
Come on. Come on, Enrique.
Not at all. Not at all, Enrique. I don't think we agree ever.
I know. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think
Hey,
ever.
I've been re-listening to some of these shows, man, and it's like, dude. All right. Hey, my quick point. Some great points made. I think Buddy and Nez are on opposite ends of the spectrum, and I'm more on the Buddy side, but I agree with J Mac that he went a little too hard on the current crop. Yeah, man. I think that's my call. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you
Make
for
sure you shipped up Raisin Brands. We need it out here.
Yo, thank you for tuning in. Listen, man, if you haven't already, drop your suggestion and or topic that you want discussed on tonight's episode of Untitled. Yeah, man, it's been going down. Untitled has been getting heavily requested and definitely most listened to. in terms of statistics. So if you haven't already checked out an Untitled, do so. Remember, anybody at the $5 level, you get Border Wars, you get Untitled, you get Film Study Tuesdays. Film Study Tuesdays, where we go back and review and rescore old fights, new fights. We could even do YouTube videos. Whatever you want us to look at and review on a Tuesday, we can do Film Study Tuesday. That's why it's Film Study. It doesn't just have to be, fights. It could be, training clips of Ali if you want, training clips of Fury or whoever the case may be. And also on those specific days, if you're a $5 level, you get to call in the Skype during the Untitled and the Film Study Tuesday, as well as on flagship Thursdays. You know what I mean? So a lot of you guys that are $5 Patreon levels don't really know all the perks that you get. Plus, you get to obviously drop your posts and questions for any fighters that we might get, trainers. You also get to give your suggestions for any shows that we will do on Untitled and or Film Study, as well as give your opinion when we ask, like we did yesterday, for your thoughts on how things are coming along on here, right here at patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. So just want to thank everybody that continues to sign up and support the movement. We're looking to give you guys some good news this week, and we're hoping everything goes well. So send those thoughts and prayers, even though you don't know the facts. You will get them, whether it's positive or negative outcome for TBV, right? Like we always report.
I'll just tell them right now. So what we're doing?
Yo, because I hate to. I know Wilder says speak it, believe it, receive it, and I have been, but I don't know that speaking it out live on radio is the same thing.
With the, everything's still
murky, exactly. Until anything is final, it's not even right to.
I'm not gonna speak it, but I'm gonna definitely say that I'm chanting on it out loud because I was told that my side of the business is non-essential until May 30th at least.
Damn, one day before my birthday.
So I need a job, man, and hopefully we get hired.
Damn, talk about spilling beans. My man ain't leave nothing for the imagination. Like, what the hell?
Yo, he blew the lid right off that motherfucker.
There's a lot of imagination followed behind that. I ain't pointing no fingers. I
hear you, but you still damn, throwing networks too. What the hell?
I ain't throw.
Yo, Rue in the 504, man. Talk to us, Rue. This guy's out of control, man. Speak it, believe it, receive it, Rue. What it do?
What's going on, gentlemen?
How are you, man?
Yeah, Enrique is the guy you do not tell anything, apparently, because gee whiz, I'm starting to put it together myself. But anyway, it's just I can't get behind the comparison between Ali and Fury. They're just too. Ali was on a different level, man. But that's my call.
Yes, sir, man. Look, man. I thought this was the most thought-provoking topic out there. You know what I mean? I really didn't even have to search much. Like this was like one of the few things I seen. I'm like, well, this is it. This is gonna get us talking, man. Sonny Woods, talk to us, Cincinnati.
Yo, what's good? Good morning, TBV.
Good morning.
Buenos dias.
Hey, if you guys listen to the callers, I think you guys are missing the ball on this. It's like people are giving Tyson Fury his props, but the Jordan and Kobe comparison is the best out there. Like, Jordan is Jordan, but Kobe is the closest thing to Jordan anybody has seen. Now, if you look at Tyson Fury is, to me, in my opinion, the closest to any current heavyweight or heavyweight in the 90s that you can remember Ali. That's the difference. He's not compared to Ali, but he is remembered as such as Ali with what he does inside the ring. And the adversities outside of the ring are two different things. Ali went against the government. Tyson Fury was fighting against the demons within himself. So if you look at those, because they both stayed out the ring for about the same amount of time. Now, that's on that point. As far as David Haney, I've been saying this for so long. Devin Haney reminds me so much of Mayweather. Imagine when he made that comment, shortly after that, he had an Instagram post sitting next to a stack of money. Soon as I seen it, first person I thought of, Floyd Mayweather out there flossing with the money, and then he made that statement. Devin Haney is literally trying to follow in the footsteps of Floyd Mayweather because he thinks that's his biggest way to a payday, is going that green print route that Mayweather was talking about in y'all intro. TBV out. See y'all Friday.
Amazing call, Sonny, man. That's one of the best calls you done had right there. Well thought out, got to the point, and definitely deliver some hardcore information there, man. Appreciate that. Intrigue, did Intrigue burn through 2? I don't even think he went 1. I don't even think he took the first one.
No, he did go 1. Yeah, he got 1.
I thought, we did give him 1.
Yeah, he was the second person to go.
Well, let's go to Coyote. I'm sure he's ready to go. Coyote, Boomerang.
It's funniness that you would try to say that you always know what I'm thinking, which I think is very unfair. I wasn't even talking about AJ. You kept mentioning that I mentioned AJ when I didn't even say one thing about AJ. All I said was the fighters that have actually called out Fury: Hunter, Ruiz, White. There's so many fighters who have called out Fury that he's yet to fight. And you guys keep saying none of them will beat Fury. Didn't you have the same notion about Fury and Ruiz? Didn't we think that, what's his name? Fury was only going to beat Wilder on points. These fights need to happen. You can't just assume and presume that, you think, this one can't beat Fury, or this. You have to let the fight actually happen. There's a difference between perception and reality. There are fighters that are calling out Fury, and he needs to fight them to prove that he's a great fighter. That's my call.
Respect, yo. That's a great call, and you made a great point. You know, I say that a lot, that these fights need to happen. And you're right. You reminded me, AJ Ruiz. I didn't think AJ would lose that fight at all. And if it didn't happen, according to my logic, we would have missed out on one of the greatest upsets in boxing history in the last 20 years. So you make a good point, champ. I know when to say I lost. You're right. Let me see. We got Boomerang Intrigue. Talk to us.
Intrigue.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah, chilling, man. Yeah, this is my actual first call, but I don't really have nothing too much to offer. But, Ali and Fury can never be compared to Ali. You know what I mean? Like I said in the chat, man. Ali is in history books. In school, our kids are learning about Ali's life and what he went through. Fury will never be in a history book. He will never be in any textbook in school being taught about. And that's how you can tell the greatness of Ali comparison to Fury. So that's all I got right there.
That's another amazing point. You ain't think of that perspective right there, huh? Could he ever be in the textbooks, huh? What could Fury do in the future that'll land him in a freaking
history book?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a now he
Listen,
killed it with that.
I hope he doesn't, because we got to remember, we can all respect Muhammad Ali and we can talk about everything he's doing in the textbooks, but he lived that stuff. It was super hard. So for Fury to be in that kind of situation where he ends up in the textbooks is probably for something that's not a real cool time.
Real quick, Ness, I don't know if there's any more callers, but I got wind of Tony Harrison's father maybe passing away on the chat. I don't know how true that is.
No way.
Yeah. I don't know if that's legit or not, but I don't see how anyone would put that up there without any sustenance behind it.
I don't know, but I got Tony, so I would rather find out first.
Wow.
Oh nah, he posted something. Damn, he said you was in a tough fight and you went the distance. The decision just didn't go our way. We was together every step of the way. What could I ask? My right hand forever get some rest, Pops. It ain't goodbye. Just see you later. And
wow.
It's a picture of him and his father in Keith Thurman's gym, and then multiple pictures of his father, yeah.
Wow, that's gotta hurt a lot, man.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Well, on that note, let's definitely give them a 10 count. once I find it. I should have not said nothing. I hate when I drop the ball, especially with the 10 count.
It's hard. It's hard, man. They had such a close relationship. I bet it's.
Well,
I
he
got
was
my
his
dad in
trainer.
Honduras right now.
He was his trainer, so definitely had a special relationship to be father, son, and trainer. You know, because sometimes those relationships don't mix. Even though right now we see a lot of that, with Danny, and Angel and
A
others.
lot of younger fighters too.
Yeah, I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds.
Sure.
Got you.
Yeah, well, I'm still dropping the ball here, fellas. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Is the pressure? Under the pressure, I'm failing here.
Yo,
And I swear,
I gotta get my game up over here with some of them. I mean, not that they could be hurt anyway, so I
Yeah,
guess
man.
it wouldn't really matter. But
It's sad. I lost my dad, so I mean, everybody has a connection to their dad a certain way, Obviously, if you were training, you or in the corner, it's kind of like working together. So you didn't only lose your dad, which is like the ultimate loss, but you also lost like a voice, as in boxing. If he was that man for you. I'm home with my 2 kids, cooking right now, playing teacher and everything. So, and podcast host. So the reason why I keep stepping away is because I'm making chicken soup today. Warm for the soul.
man, super dad.
Super dad, man.
Yeah, man, I dropped the ball, guys. I have no clue. Why this always happens. I bet y'all find it in a few seconds.
we'll get him on Untitled today. We'll get it on Untitled today.
Or
But
during the
yeah,
end of
man.
the show.
Yeah.
Any
But
more callers?
R.I.P.
on that
man.
note?
R.I.P. to
Let me see. I know.
definitely.
Oh yeah, we got Jay in Colorado. Jay, talk to us. Jay in Colorado.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
It was good. It was good. Nash was good.
What's up? What's up?
What's good,
What
Jay?
up?
I found it too.
With Tyson Fury, I don't ever think, yeah, I don't ever think he's gonna be able to live up to the name of Muhammad Ali or be compared to him in out the ring. One inside the ring because he doesn't even have the guys to fight like Muhammad Ali did. You feel me? Like he don't got the George Foreman, he don't got the Joe Frazier. You feel me? Like he had Deontay Wilder, but who he got after that? Anthony Joshua. Like who's gonna make him great? You feel me? And that's what Buddy McGirt was really saying. You feel me? They don't have fighters in this era to really make other fighters great. You know what I'm saying? And if you are great, you gotta show out like Floyd. You gotta be damn near perfect. You feel me? Like Floyd and Manny, I feel like the last great fighters that we seen. But what else y'all talking about?
That's it, man. That's
Huh?
it.
That's it.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Well, Jay in Orlando, real quick. Looks like we got a counterpunch from Trey in the Bay. What up?
What up?
Trey.
You already gave it to me, Ness.
Okay.
That was,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I guess that's everyone. All right. And that's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Want to thank everyone that tuned in. Join us again, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here for Untitled at patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Get your question in early, man, just in case we can't make it to the top. You know what I mean? You can't make it to the bottom, rather. But yeah, peace.
TBV_casual fan. That's my Twitter handle as well as my YouTube channel. Patreon.com/boxing fan apparel. I'm gonna drop a video today of a throwback and never before seen Border Wars 4 post-fight video that I had in my archive. So go check it out. You don't even have to join. But if you join and you want to pledge $30 and then cancel next month, that's fine. I'll send you a shirt anyway.
Yo, at Maury Mugia on Twitter, at Maury Mugia on Instagram. Catch us tonight on Untitled. I'm gonna following right after this show. I'm gonna start looking for some really, really good topics for us. So
Real
I got
quick,
y'all.
if y'all want to
Peace.
stick around, y'all can. I got Info Joe just jumped in. Info Joe, you
Ain't
know
no
it. You know
flow.
it ain't no show without Info Joe.
Mr. Info
Oh.
Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Good morning, TBV family. What up? What up? What up?
What up, champ?
What up?
Hey,
Bueno.
first off, rest in peace, man. Prayers in the air for the Harrison family, man. Hey, man, everybody out there, man, life is short. Go call your mama, call your dad, call your brother, call your sister, whoever, your loved ones, and tell them that you love them, man. We never know if we're going to wake up another day. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine, great call. I agree with you 100%. Doomsday, you got to do some more research, brother, before you speak on that topic. As far as making the Muhammad Ali Tyson Fury comparison, ain't no comparison. Only thing you can say, he might have a little more lateral movement like Muhammad Ali, but that's the greatest of all time. Hey, when's the last time you heard somebody call around they gonna knock him out in this generation? I'll wait. That's how great Muhammad Ali was. He can call around and knock you out in that round. You know, ain't too many fighters that can do that. Happy 420 day. I put some songs in the chat for y'all to jam to. Rick
Oh
James,
yeah,
Mary
Rick
Jane
James.
classic. And Mr. Graham. Y'all play that while you smoking. Everybody have a blessed, no stress day. That's all I got, fam.
All right, we got Getty in Harlem on a counterpunch.
Harlem.
Yes. I just wanted to just conclude on the topic on Muhammad Ali with the comparisons. Is I appreciate what you said on appreciating the generation now. That's why I respect I can respect the fighting style like a Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao because they're proven to be great in this generation. So I definitely feel you for that. And I got the business of boxing to blame because who we may not even be able to get a chance to see how great these fighters are because of all the politics. So I definitely feel you on that, man. And once again, pressure make diamonds. By the way, I know you were saying you was dropping the ball, but pretty sure pressure make diamonds, man. Still salute to TBV, man. And y'all stay safe, man. Happy 420.
Greatness, always with
Great
some
call.
good motivational stuff for
Yeah,
us,
that was
man.
dope.
On that note, I'm gonna do him right. I found it.
Rest in power.
To Tony Harrison's father. We're gonna go out to Boomerang Majimbe. Talk to us.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
So yes, shout out to Tony Harrison's father. That's some sad news. That's what he put on there, man. That actually made me start tearing up and shit. That's a hard one. On Muhammad Ali and Tyson. I mean, it's kind of difficult to say. It's all subjective. It's boxing at the end of the day. I don't want to say one way or the other, but just think about it logically. Tyson decided to walk down Wilder, which Wilder is a bigger man than Ali was. How would he taken care of Ali? Pretty much probably the same way. I'm not gonna say who would win. I'm just putting strategy out there. And that's pretty much I got. That's all I got. Enjoy 420, orange peels, and animal cookies on this end. What you guys smoking on today?
Got that LA Confidential over here.
I'm with the
You know what I
Gorilla
mean?
Gloozy.
Ooh, that glue.
Man, I don't remember what it's called, like blueberry something. I don't remember. I don't remember. My cousin had
Blueberry Haze.
I think it is Blueberry Haze. Yeah, because my cousin had it on the label, but he, we went, together on it, so he kept the label and shit. So I just remember seeing blueberry something. I had this cheesecake.
Keem.
Last week.
Keem said I'm always on the glue. Yeah, I'm the opposite of Bob Bam. Bob Bam needs the sativa, man, not me. I do indicas throughout the day. You won't cap, man. I smoke cookies, Gorilla, any Kush right before sparring. Right
Ness need a bowling ball sitting on his head before he do anything. He just gotta feel like a bowling ball.
I can't have no sativa. That don't do nothing for me. Yo, listen. Now we really out. Ness GT on Instagram and Twitter. Peace.
Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ on IG, Twitter, AlexLinusTBV, and that's my Matchbox impersonation.
TBV_casual fan. That's Twitter and Instagram and YouTube channel. Make sure. Thank you to James, Buddy McGirt, freaking Steve Farhood, and Steven Breadbasket.
Breadbasket.
He said Breadbasket.
Yo, man.
This gotta be one
he
of
brought
the
He brought the most knowledge of all of them. He brought the most information.
He's hungry.
Damn, I didn't write it down. I should have wrote it down, but I know
How you gonna
Steven
say
Edwards.
bread? Yo, go eat, man. You hungry as hell, man. You bugging.
Go shave.
Bread basket. I'm about to go get some ribs, actually, yo. It's almost 12:30 or 12 o'clock. 30 minutes to 12. I'm going to a chain, man. We don't live in Alabama. I wish I was in Alabama. I'll be getting some dreamland right now, but
I thought you bought your meat yesterday at Twin City, you said.
I did, but I don't buy ribs. That's mad difficult to make. Like good. You know what I mean? Especially in the home oven. Like, I'm talking about
I thought
ribs.
maybe you turned on the grill in the back.
But you're right, though. You're right. I should not be buying ribs now that I bought all that meat. You're absolutely right, because my churrascos came out amazing last night. Amazing.
I just hear y'all now, and I just get like little flashbacks.
No, your stomach starts to hurt. That's what happens.
I get Dreamland flashbacks and shit like fuck.
Dreamlands,
but it's all good. I'm good. I'm living.
Dreamlands was the ish.
All right, peace, y'all. See y'all tonight.
Yeah. Peace. Bye.